Imagine a powerful voice that could fill a room with joy and energy. Picture a woman who transformed the sound of disco and soul, captivating audiences from the very first note. Today, we remember the incredible Gwen McCrae, a singer who was not just an artist, but a force of nature. As we reflect on her life, we celebrate her achievements, her struggles, and the lasting impact she had on music. Born as Gwen Mosley in Florida, her journey began in 1963 alongside her husband, George McCrae. They were young, ambitious, and full of dreams. Early on, they signed with Altson and TK Records. Their initial success was modest, but it sparked something inside Gwen. She knew she could do more, and she wasn't afraid to explore new sounds. This courage led her to embrace a vibrant Southern soul vibe, a style that would set the stage for her future. But Gwen McCrae was destined for something even bigger. She found her groove in the dance music scene, which was flourishing at that time. She became part of what we now call the Miami sound. This unique blend of rhythm and melody was irresistible. It caught the ears of many and danced its way into the hearts of listeners. At this moment, Gwen was not just singing, she was creating anthems for a generation. One of her most memorable hits was Rock Your Baby, which George McCrae released and soared to #1 on the UK charts. It was a breakthrough. However, as their careers took off, the strain on their marriage grew. The stress of fame began to affect their relationship. By 1976, they separated, and Gwen faced a crossroads. Instead of letting heartbreak define her, she decided to dig deeper into her artistry. This period led to another remarkable hit, Rockin Chair. This song resonated with many and climbed to #9 on the Billboard pop charts. Gwen's voice was something special. It was rich, soulful, and full of emotion. With songs like 90% of Me Is You and All This Love That I'm Given, she painted stories through her lyrics, connecting with listeners on a personal level. Music wasn't just her livelihood, it was her lifeblood. But as the 1980s approached, the music industry began to change. Unfortunately, TK Studios and the label collapsed, causing Gwen's recording career to take a downturn. Many artists might have seen this as the end, but Gwen had other plans. She found a new stage, one where she could shine like never before. Live performances, traveling across the United Kingdom and performing for adoring fans became her new rhythm. The only time I'm really happy is when I'm on that stage in front of my audience, Gwen once said. This love for performing kept her spirit alive even when times were tough. Every song she sang, every show she performed was a testament to her resilience. However, life threw her another challenge in 2012. While performing in England, she suffered a stroke that left her paralyzed on one side. This devastating moment could have dimmed her light, but Gwen fought hard. She spent years in recovery, determined to hold on to the passion that kept her alive. Sadly, after years of battling illness, Gwen McCrae passed away at the age of 81. Her legacy, however, is anything but over. To many in the UK, she is a disco queen, a household name. Yet in the United States, her influence often remains shadowed. As music historians revisit the Miami sound, there is hope that Gwen's remarkable contributions will receive the recognition they deserve. As we remember Gwen McCrae, let us not only celebrate her music, but also her spirit. Her journey reminds us to embrace our passions, weather life's storms, and never lose sight of what brings us joy. Music is a universal language, and Gwen spoke it fluently. Now here's a question for you. What song from Gwen McCrae resonates with you the most, and how does it make you feel when you hear it? Let's keep the conversation going and honor the legacy of an incredible artist.